this our therapy right here. So we taking out everything that we went through this week, everything that we went through last month, everything we went through in 2022. This everybody's year. So let's take that energy and put it somewhere. Come on. Talk about that dog.
Hello everybody, good afternoon. I'm Chivo from Chivo's World, and I have a special guest today for you guys, Mr. Earl from Yonder, and let's see what he has to say. So first off, I want to say thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, bro, this is a really sick spot. This is
You know what I'm saying? It took you a minute to get out here.
honestly, it's probably been a couple of years, because, well, Kelly, you remember Kelly.
Kelly, first of all, shout out Kelly. That's my brother. Oh, yeah.
So, first, I want to say, that new music video you dropped, Punk Dudes.
You fuck with that?
Man, what?
You fuck with that? Wi-Fi God definitely came through and blessed me because he usually doesn't hop on beats that he produces. So he produced that beat, and it wasn't his style, and he still blessed me with a hook. And this is an exclusive for your shit. We have a whole EP on the way, and he produced the whole EP for me.
So, like, that style, like, going back to the style, like, how did you convince him to like, do that?
I think that he feels that it's genuine, you know, that it's, like, actually who I am, and, like, you know, people try to move their sound in a different direction, but it doesn't feel authentic and genuine to that artist. And I think that he sees the potential in what I'm doing, and, you know, he took that leap for sure.
Love. And I know I saw you post about a legendary, I believe it was like a DC punk producer.
Yes, sir, Don Zentara. Shout out Don Zentara. Man, he was the producer who worked with Bad Brains, Minor Threat, like the originators of punk. And I'm honored to, you know, say that he wanted to work with me, and we ended up working. We're here, you know, finishing the EP. He executive produced 4 songs that are going to be on the EP. I'll probably knock out 15 songs while I'm here. 3 will make it to the EP, and I'll save the rest. Yeah, but the last recording trip, I did 25 songs in 2 days. So
2 days. For the first time you took a trip here, how did that, you know, comparing that, you know, then from now,
right?
How do you see your growth? Like, what are some big changes you see within your art?
I used to be worried about the audience. Now it's fuck the audience, and they respect that, you know, because it's like you have to be vulnerable with yourself as an artist to even have people relate to what you're saying. Because if you're walking on that line of being surface level and being like, I don't really want them to know about this, what about that, they can feel that, you know what I mean? So I think my growth is just being more vulnerable in my art, and, you know, finally realizing, you know, that I've been a black punk since 3 years old. You know what I mean? I've been putting makeup on and war paint, you know, just shout out to my native roots, you know, since I was young, and never realized why I was doing it until, like, this is who I am. You know what I mean?
This is who you are. That's beautiful. Cause I was listening to your music, you know, from your, like, 2020, your first project, you know, and then, you know, compared to, like, the video, like the Punk Dudes.
Right.
Everything, like, and I was thinking about it. I was like, his work ethic. I was like, it's, like, insane, like, in, like, the best way possible. Like, I was like, I don't think people appreciate or even see that he's really, because, you know, I know you, so it's like, I really see, or you know, you've told me a couple things that, like, yo, like, this man is like he's doing everything on his own, like, type shit.
I
like,
really appreciate that, like,
yeah,
because I'm not a one that posts everything that I do, you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm really grinding my ass off for this shit because it's life or death for me. It ain't no, you know, I'm doing this for fun. You know, this is therapeutic for me, you know, and it's therapeutic for other people. So it's like, I can't stop, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm in too deep, and, you know, I want people to hear what I have to say because I have morals behind what I'm saying. And I've lived a couple lives, and I feel like I deserve to speak,
That's beautiful. Beautifully said. And I'm sure you're, stressed, a lot.
Yeah.
Like, does music, and I know creating your own art, is therapeutic, but I want to know, just genuinely asking, what's some, because I see the wig, I see, do you like grunge?
Yeah, I'm the Black Kurt Cobain.
I was thinking that too.
And I, that's, I don't want people to be like, oh, he thinks he's somebody else. No, I'm not. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? And I draw influence from people that I relate to, as you should as an artist, and you should show love to those artists. And I think that should be a norm in the artistry, and not to be like, I'm a fan. You know what I mean? So like, when people come up to me and be like, yo, I love what you do, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But the people who sit on the sidelines and, they are afraid to show love,
right.
to go and make it full circle on stress, you could save somebody's life by telling them you like their art. You could save somebody's life by, being nice to that person. So like, that's another reason why I make this music, and it takes some stress away from me.
Why do you think, people are scared to show love?
Oh, man, how long you got? Because, like, bro, you can start with the internet as one. People comparing their lives to other people's lives. Yeah, it's like, if you focus on yourself and worry about your happiness, because we're the only people that can control our own happiness.
Right.
If you're looking outwards, you will never be happy. So you have to worry about what's inside first before you can even speak on anybody else's life, period.
That's beautiful. This cabin, I'm telling you, like, I still haven't gotten over the thought. It's so, and the people haven't seen the inside or,
Right.
What we see on the fields. Like, how did you find out about this place? Like, what made you want to go to a cabin?
I was the first person to stay at this B&B. I guess that goes to show that I'm well researched. Like, I'm a huge researcher. Like, I wake up and have to learn something before I start my day. I feel like I don't deserve to eat unless I learn something or I work out. I found this place on Airbnb on probably like the 8th page of like the search. So like, if like the viewers, like, you ain't going past that 3rd page, you know what I'm saying? So like, I was really looking for like a place that fit the project that I was working on, because I'm a method artist.
Right.
Like, I like creating the situation around like the art that I'm making. You know what I mean? And it makes it more authentic. I'm not saying if you're an artist you have to do that, but like I said, it's life or death, so I have to live it to talk about it, or I can't talk about it.
Sure, everything's real. Everything's genuine.
It has to be.
I mean, that's what I get from your music. It's just like, genuine. Like,
Thank you, bro.
It's,
Thank you.
yeah, like, how can you not appreciate it? But, then again,
For real.
there are some people who won't. It's all right, it's all right.
That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, that's going back to one of your previous questions when I was talking about, I was worried about the audience. Now it's like, a job of an artist is to create a conversation. So hate is good.
Hate is good.
Hate is the only thing you can't fake. You can fake love. You can't fake hate. You know what I'm saying? So at least they being authentic with their shit.
That's true.
So shout out to all the haters, man. Hate on my shit hard, comment on my shit, and hate, and show all your friends and tell them how much you hate it. Bet.
Do you think you can fake loyalty?
100%. That's one thing that I deal with in this industry every day. You know what I mean? It's like, people got a different version of loyalty than I have. Like, loyalty to me is life or death. Like, you willing to die for that person. Like, or else you can't call me no brother. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I'm carrying it. And it's like, I don't have no expectations of people. But, if we are brothers, there's an understanding, An
understanding. So what would you say your mantra? Do you have a mantra you live by?
No.
No?
I think every day is different. It might change every day.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Nah, that's facts. How was your New Year's? Let's talk about that.
Oh, it's
2023.
cool. Actually, the 30th was the first time that I got to show people a little taste of the new music that I'm working on.
Mhm.
And it was probably one of the best receptions I ever had performance-wise, like ever. And it makes me know that I'm going in the right direction with music. And it's because I have this mindset that I'm not worried about the audience. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm making authentic music, how could you be worried about anything else, you know? So
Right.
I'm really trying to give the people something that, you know, they could listen to like an old album. Like when you listen to that shit front to back, and it's like you have to listen to that shit front to back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want people just listening to my shit as singles. I don't want people just listening to it as like throwaways.
Right.
You know, I want that shit to be engraved, and you might cry to my shit, you might fight somebody to my shit, you know what I mean? But you gonna feel something, for sure.
You don't feel something. So, thinking about the reception, you said it's your best, the best reception you've gotten from the, audience. And that was in the city, right? That was in Baltimore?
Baltimore, yeah.
So, because I heard there was a new spot.
Yeah. All right, so shout out to Good Faith. That's my manager, that's my brother, you know. He started Pump Number 9 and had major success for that. Got top 10 venues in the DMV within a year of opening it.
Mm-hmm.
Got a new spot right now, Mercy, and that's where I performed, and it was a hardcore show. Shout out to the Boot Boys. Boot Boys are on the come up. Probably like one of the only like artists that I'm really like listening to. Like
And they're hardcore punk?
I would say hardcore rap.
Hardcore rap?
Yeah, like Stone Cold with like throwing beers and chugging beers, you know what I mean? Shit like that. But
Yeah.
niggas is gangsters. You feel me? Appreciate it.
What do you think about the hardcore scene, punk scene? Whether it's, Washington or Baltimore or, what do you think about it? Amazing?
Fucking amazing. Yeah, amazing, hands down, because I moved out to Richmond.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And Richmond has a crazy hardcore scene too. But they always talk about Baltimore. When I go to Philly, I always talk about Baltimore. So it feels good that like we like seem to be like the front runners of authentic hardcore, you know.
Do you think people, we both come from Maryland, so do you think it's easy for people to forget that, their own hometown has, like, we're like the front runners, we have great bands. Like, I think sometimes, because I personally look at other cities like Atlanta, Philly, New York, or Cali, but I forget sometimes, like, our own scene, it's pretty sick,
Right.
like,
Right. It's just because we don't have many major hitters like Atlanta, like California, but we will soon.
We will soon.
I would say 3 years.
3 years. Will you be on the front, front,
They're
on the
live
cover?
to the sirens already. You can hear that?
I can hear the sirens.
What'd you say though, bro?
Oh no, I was saying, do you think you'll be on the, one of the first people, like, on the front cover? You know what I mean? Like, in a few years, like.
I won't say that because there's a lot of people that I fuck with in the city that are really doing their thing, and it's not up to me. You know what I mean? It's up to God and the people. So it's like my time, and if it was my time, I would, you know what I'm saying? I've been on when I was 3 years old. You feel me? So it's like the time will come when the world wants it to come, and that's why I'm not even tripping on it.
That's true. You're not worried. Hey.
As long as I can eat off my art, pay my rent off my art, what else do I need?
Facts. What else do you need? That's the question of the day. What else do you need? You want to go inside?
Yes.
You want to show the people?
Show y'all outside real quick.
Because I think they might want to see something.
Come on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Set the studio up in the crib. Let's take a walk through over there. Show y'all upstairs and the view and all that.
Ooh.
Where niggas meditate in the morning before the sessions, because niggas ain't playing around.
Oh wow.
It's the bedroom, you know what I'm saying? Actually, bro, take a seat on that couch, man. Feel that shit, bro.
This?
Feel that shit.
Oh,
And we can step out here.
it's pretty surreal.
You know what I mean?
It's beautiful. Oh, got the balcony. Let's see what's going on out here. Oh, the fields.
Check out the view.
Oh wow. This I could get used to.
You know what I'm saying?
I could live here. Wow.
See, like, I'm a city nigga at heart, bro, but life is balance, and the secret to life is duality. You know what I mean? That's why I got this tattoo right here. God and the devil shaking hands, because it's like, there'd be no God without the devil, vice versa.
Oh, show the camera. Yeah, show them the piece.
Yeah, that's hard. Man.
Beautiful. Do you think, coming out here, when you can, do you think it brings you back to earth? Does it ground you? What do you think?
Yeah, it does, because it's like, you got to get away from everything to see everything. It's like, you can't necessarily, when you're around everybody all the time and you got people saying this and saying that, give you ideas, this and do that, it's hard to just have your own ideas just in your mind alone, you know what I mean? And it's good to have inspiration every now and then, but like once you got that inspiration, you gotta bottle it, you know what I mean? You gotta create something. So like, that's why I'm here, gotta get away, and I'm making that bottle.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of, that nice air.
Right? Niggas probably gonna see the stars tonight for the first time in like months.
No, it's really nice. I need like a minute to like just take it all in. I love cabins.
One thing that I've been working on is patience. Yeah, baby, this helps me like just take a breath, just breathe and like, cause I'm hard on myself, man. I don't really sit back and take time to worry about like the shit that I'm accomplishing. You know, it's like on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing.
Right.
But it kind of has to be like that, so like the anxiety and depression don't sit in for real. You know what I mean? It's like if I keep going, I ain't got time to think about that shit.
That's right. That is so right. I think
You see how little they are?
bro, they look cool too.
I want to look like a cow. Like it's got the black spots on it.
Yeah. That's crazy. Do you think you would live in a cabin? Like, you think you would have a house in the woods? Or do you think
Yeah, for sure. House in the mountains.
house in the mountains?
House in the mountains.
Where
I don't
to?
want to give too much, you know what I'm saying, for niggas steal ideas and shit like that. But house in the mountains, that's all I'll give y'all right now. Y'all gonna see though.
Y'all don't see.
But like, I'm showing you places like this because like it's moving in that direction. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh.
Alright. Shout out to Luke Harrell, because that was my first engineer I've ever recorded with in my entire life. Ever. And it's like, I don't want to give out years because time don't matter, but like, that's the best engineer in the state of Maryland. Like, period. I want to say like, my favorite engineer in the world that I've worked with, no disrespect to who I've worked with, but he knows me and I know him, and we got a system that we figured out over the time that it's just like quick. Like that song, I just did that in 5 minutes before I came out here. You know what I mean? So it's good to have some chemistry.
That's good. Speaking of chemistry, let's talk about, a known collaborator, Crud. What's going on with you and Crud?
Crud will be here. He'll be here tomorrow.
He'll be here tomorrow.
Crud is my favorite rapper. he's one of the first people that like I brought out to a recording trip, because I usually try to keep it me and my team. You know what I'm saying? Engineer, photographers, whatever, producers.
Right.
But I was like, yo, Carl, come through. And he came through. We made a whole tape. You know what I'm saying? And then ever since then, we've been locked in. I pulled up to his crib. We actually working on the hardcore tape right now. Yeah. So you get 2 exclusives today, bro.
No, I appreciate that. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that new? Is that?
That's probably something he working on production-wise right now, yeah. We trying to... So basically, the EP that's coming out is going to be grimy hardcore punk.
Okay.
Mixed with a little techno. So niggas ain't gonna know if they wanna dance or monster that shit, but they gonna do both.
You're gonna do both.
Gonna do both. So it's like you have to make something new to stand the test of time. And I have to make something that lasts longer than me. So if I do that, I feel like, you know, I accomplished something in life. For real. Oh, whenever niggas talk about you should put this many hours into your craft, oh, that's probably times 5, times 10. Like, easy. Because it's like, what you worry about hours for? This just your life.
Yeah.
This is what we do every day. So it's like, it's going to get better over time as long as you stick with that shit. And I thought about giving up over 50 times in my life, music and life. So it's like, this is one thing that keeps me pushing through. For real.
The art, music,
Therapy, man.
therapy, and all. And for like, you know, the new rappers, you know, class coming out. Do you have you seen? Does anyone, you know, go into your radar? To, like, you know, you have you're like, oh, like pops out to you, like anybody local, or like, you know, have you seen any new fresh talent that, you know, you're like, you know, this guy, you're like, he's got something going on, or
Oh, we gotta shout out Ducky in
Ducky.
Baltimore. Ducky Versetti. That's my little brother. I fuck with him heavy, and he's under Good Faith Management as well. So
Right.
we building a good team. Young boy too. Young boy. Really, like, he turned it up last night on New Year's. It was lit.
on Good Faith, the management. I feel like you guys have a growing. You guys have, you know, you guys are, you know, artists are joining. There's, you know, a good amount of artists joining you.
It took a minute to, like, you know, build a foundation that people were like, it's going somewhere. You know what I mean? And Bill has, like, been a big part of building that foundation for Baltimore alone and bringing that culture together. Like, you know, give anybody a chance, for real, you know what I'm saying? Until they show you your true colors, then you gotta, you know, business is business. But, like, a lot of artists have got shows and come ups through Bill, you know, like locally for sure.
Yeah.
But if we're talking like big artists that like I fuck with, Certified Trapper, I'm listening to, and I don't listen to rap, like, you know what I mean, like Certified Trapper.
You don't listen to rap?
No, I don't listen to rap.
You don't listen to music?
The only thing I'm listening to is vinyl. It's like, that's it. Like, I'm picking for music. Because, like, if you're trying to find something and make something that nobody's ever heard, you got to pull something that's authentic, genuine. You know what I mean? And I want my music, when you listen to it, like, what year did this come out? Like 85? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that ain't got no time value to it. So it's like, yeah, I listen to rap here and there. Yeah, I know every rap song that's popping right now, but do I listen to it on a daily basis? No, you know.
So is that one of your methods? Just, you know, vinyl, you know, not consistently, not listening to rap every day, you know, of course. What's some other methods you have?
Like, think about it like this, though. Like, when you're in the studio all day, listening to music all day, you kind of got to give your ears and your mental a rest. Like, you know what I'm saying? To kind of, like, breathe and maybe read some shit, draw some shit, paint some shit, like, do another medium, you know what I mean? So, it's like no disrespect to, you know, listening to music. You feel what I mean? But, like, it's just
Yeah, of
like,
course.
I'm working on my craft. So it's like, you know, I'm very, you know, dedicated to, you know, my craft. So it's like I'm putting hours in. It's like nothing other to do than write, you know, to work on songs, to read shit, to educate myself. You know, I'm serious about it. You know.
No, for sure.
My friends made this. This is
Oh, they made it.
Alan Golder. This is Alan Golder.
top.
And this is from Saturn Return. Shout out Saturn Return in Richmond. And Mina left this to me at the crib. So, don't touch it. Oh, and I made this myself.
Hey.
Bring them dogs out.
Oh, is that the? Is that dude? That sounds new to me.
You want to go down and listen to some shit?
I'd be honored.
You can come kick it though. So this is produced Pete right here.
Okay.
How do I turn it up a little? Play New York Freaks. No.